my crochet baseball cap, and I'm kind of loving it. It is a little finicky to get it to not be bumpy on the brim, but once you get it, it stays there. It's perfect. It's fine. I love it. It was a pretty easy project to do, with the exception of learning a new stitch and having to go through all the trials and tribulations of learning a new stitch that you hate. But I know I complained about that stitch a lot, but I ended up being pretty fast at it. So you can get faster at it. Just takes practice, just like everything else. So today I wanted to show off my hat. So the top looks like a bullseye kind of, and then I have the trans pride colors here, and then the brim is blue and white. Um, so I literally just finished this within the past couple hours, and have been moving on to my pride bag that I wanted to finish. So um, so I'll just be working on this. We can chit chat as you guys come in and out. I know that everyone's got a busy schedule, so no need to stay the whole time. Or if you missed that live, it's totally fine. I understand completely. Uh, I always am really bad about going back and watching lives after they happen. So don't put so much pressure on yourself, because I definitely don't put that much pressure on you or me or anyone. So just do your best, you know, if you want to. You don't even have to, just if you want to. So I made this hat out of 3 colors of Caron Simply Soft, and I really wanted like a baseball cap style hat and wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it. And luckily, there were some great videos on YouTube that were really helpful on making the hat. So, the only thing that I did not consider, and this is totally my bad. Hey, Nixie! I love the hat. I need to go over that beret pattern because I took my short version of shorthand when I wrote it. It should have it ready in a couple of days. Yeah, no rush. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate that. Um, the thing that I didn't think about with this hat, and I did it because it's summertime. I wanted to protect my face from the sun, um, and uh, I basically made a beanie for myself. So, so it's pretty warm up in here, and not just that, but uh, when I sweat, my hair color bleeds because my hair is blue right now. So hopefully the inside of this won't be stained blue, but if it is, oh well. It's acrylic. It's not a big deal. So right now I'm just doing a row of double crochets, and then my next row I will be alternating single crochet and triple crochet, to give it that signature bump that Bag a Day created when she did this Japanese knot bag. And I'm really hoping that I finish this bag in time for Pride, which is this weekend for me. Um, so really want to have that. Okie so I'm coming to the end of my row, and I'm using ice yarn, rainbow yarn. That's actually the name of the style of yarn, and the color it's on the bag, but it's basically the rainbow color. Nothing too complicated about that, right? Crocheting, still making corner to corner granny stitch rectangles. When I finish this ball of yarn, I'm going to go back to my daughter's blanket for several days. Yeah, I know, sometimes you just got to change up the project, otherwise it drives you crazy. So I'm chain one and turn my work. I love the way the colors shift in this. It's so pretty. It's kind of hard to see because I don't have the best light here. I'm going to take my hat off because although I'm very proud of it, it is very warm and I don't want to sweat while I'm sitting in my own house. So it didn't dye anything blue, which is good. But yeah, so that's the hat that I made that I'm really proud of. But not a lot of ventilation in that hat. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have a fan on me at all times, which is not unusual for me anyway. So that's something I need to think about. I need to make sure I can fit my fan in my bag, because if I can't, then what am I even doing? You know what I'm saying? So I don't exactly know my plans for this Pride weekend. I know that I'm meeting some of Melanie's coworkers for the first time. So that should be really exciting to meet everyone. And see them, I guess. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's exciting to meet people, sure. So, it's always but it's always, nerve wracking meeting your loved ones, coworkers, because you're like, I hope they don't think I'm too weird or too out there because it's a reflection on your partner. So you don't want to, scare them off or anything like that. And I go all out at Pride. I already cleared it with Mel that I was gonna go all out for Pride. I mean, I'm wearing crocheted shorts, a crocheted hat. Mel's wearing a um, crocheted crossbody fanny pack. Didn't get dyed. I made a sun hat out of cotton and bamboo. Haven't tested it long enough. Tested it. How well it holds water. Yeah, see, that would have been a good idea. Had I thought of that, I would have. I just used yarn that I had around, and I had a lot of Caron Simply Soft, which is 100% acrylic. So, and then when I was looking for stitches, especially for um, the the when I was looking for patterns, especially for the crochet hat, a lot of them needed to be denser. They couldn't be like lacier hats because they needed to have the structural support to support the bill of the hat or the brim or whatever it's called, whatever I just made. Um, so I'm having a good time working on this project. I'm just finding that it's moving a lot slower than I expected. due to the fact that I am using a furls hook, and I'm not quite used to holding a furls hook. Like, this shouldn't be a long project, but for some reason I keep on putting it down and picking it back up, putting it down, putting it back up. Do you guys have any projects like that you just, like, for whatever reason, you don't have the attention span for? I feel like I definitely get that. Oh no, I dropped it. I definitely get that for certain projects, and this is one of those projects where I just don't have the patience to finish it in one sitting, and so it's taken me a lot longer to finish as a result. My toddler's blanket, yep. Sometimes things just wear on you, and you just, like, you may know why, you may not know why, but things just wear on you different, and it could be the yarn, the hook, the pattern, any of them, or a combination of them. I think part of this is that I'm not used to working with yarn this weight. And so not only am I dealing with yarn that's a lighter weight than I normally deal with, I think that I'm also using a hook that I don't normally use. So I think it's kind of a combo 1-2 punch for me. But I've committed, and so we're making it, right? You committed to making your daughter's blanket, you're just gonna do it. It's just what we do as crocheters, as crafters. I wanted to do some painting. I have to find my paintbrushes because I'm not quite sure where those are. But I wanted to do some painting. I know this is kind of random. Hi, welcome in. Because I get bored easily. It's a good looking pattern, but not that complex. Plus, crocheting with black yarn is hard on my eyes. Yes, definitely. Crocheting with black yarn will definitely get to you. So I totally get that. When I was working on my black shorts, I was like, oh God. I forgot what I was going to say. Probably wasn't important though, so don't worry about it. I feel like I'm moving a little bit faster today, which feels good, feels productive, happy, because I really want, like I said, to have this done in time for the for Pride Festival. If not, it's okay. I can just carry a bag with me, carry a recyclable bag with me, but or like reusable bag with me. But it would just be cool to have something crocheted. I thought about, so maybe you guys can help me with something, because I am in the process of revamping my social media and my selling. And Pivy Does It All was a great name for me when I started, because I was doing a lot of different things. Oh shit, I remember what I was saying. Okay, pause, and then we're gonna go back. So my wife showed me, she was like, hey, I think I'm gonna buy some art. And I was like, I don't know if this is the time to buy art. And she showed me this picture, and it was kind of like a badly painted, and it was like supposed to be bad. It wasn't like someone tried to do a good job and then they failed. They like wanted to do kind of like a misshapen, like pop art style picture of a cat, and it was $100. And I was like, I can do that, and I can do that for a lot cheaper than $100. So I think I'm gonna perhaps buy canvas and try to make that piece of art for under $100. I think I can do it. So, but I think I'm gonna rebrand, if that's the word for it. I just like the name Pivy Does It All. It made sense for what I was doing when I was doing a lot of different crafts and stuff like that. But I primarily crochet now. And I think it also can have like a different connotation, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, I'm not a kindergarten teacher, so I'm not going to tell you. But basically, it could have a much dirtier connotation. And while I don't really shy away from things that are dirty, I also want to have like a professional business that I can call my own. So I think the Pivy Does It All name is gonna change. And I don't really want to revert back to Pivy cosplay because that's not really what I do anymore either. So I think I might incorporate my actual name. So I might incorporate Ian and do like, I don't know, Ian's like creations or Ian's, I don't know. I can't think of anything good. Like I wish I could think of like a good. It doesn't even have to have Ian or Pivy or anything in it, but like I want people to know who I am, and when I like show up in someone's live or something like that. So it would be cool if it said Ian, or something for people to know who I am. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, people like mispronounce Pivy all the time, and that's because I made it up. Like I made up the word Pivy, and I, I don't know, like I don't know what to do. So if you have any ideas that you think might be nice as names for my Instagram and my Etsy, please let me know. I am open to suggestions. And if you're watching the replay of this, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I just want to, I don't know. I feel like I've like moved on from that stage in my life and I'm ready to do something different. Are you planning on any kind of themes? I'm basically what I did with my reintroduction to my YouTube channel, I'm doing to my Instagram and my Etsy. So everything is going to be weird, crude, crass, and spooky. Like that's pretty much everything that I want. So it's very me, but how I sell that is, open to interpretation. Because like I do a lot of things with rainbows and pride and different pride flags and whatnot, but I also do spooky stuff and love Halloween. And clearly, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of Halloween. And I have the pajama pants to match. Ian's Weird Creations. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. I also want to do nerdy stuff, so that would be in line with that. What about like Ian's Weirdo Emporium? Is that too much? That might be too long for Instagram. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. If you're wondering who I'm talking to my cat. I like it. Nice. Awesome. Let me write that down. Let me text it to myself before I forget. My bottom lip is so dry right now. Ian's Weirdo Emporium. I like it. Let me let my cat into the room where he has a fit. Do you want to come in here? You want to come in here? Nope. Okay. Okay. So he just wanted to make a fuss and then be done with it. Okay. So I'm like, I gotta crochet. You need to leave me alone. I kind of want to like just like lock myself in a room and just like not talk to anyone for a while. So just get some work done. You're back. Okay. Yeah. Take your time. I'll be here. Sometimes you gotta get just the right twist on the yarn. Otherwise, it doesn't want to go through, and you're like, come the fuck on. No. So I'm reaching the end of this row. We've gone from light blue to a lovely kind of violet color. I think it's kind of ping-ponging back and forth between the colors. It's not like a clear rainbow. It just kind of restarts over once it gets to green. So I think green is like the midpoint, and then everything kind of bounces back and forth around that. So hopefully it'll make sense once I put some more rows on this bitch. What is going on? Is this right? Yeah, it's right. Okay, sorry, it just looked weird for a second. I had a moment where it was just like, uh-oh. Fucked up. But I didn't yet, so that's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna chain. Does she chain 2 or does she chain 3? I think she chains 2. I'm just gonna chain 2. Don't go back a day. This yarn is so soft and so pretty. Okay, so next we're going to yarn over and do a double crochet. Sometimes I feel like sticking my tongue out will help me. It usually doesn't, but it doesn't stop me from trying. Oh, now you want to go in. Now my cat's scratching at the door because he's an idiot. Jelly. Jelly, you want to come here? Come here, Tail. No, too stupid. They say if you talk nice to animals, they will act nice back. It's not true with my cat. And he will be equally as much of an asshole to you. So there's no reason to be polite. I tried. You guys saw me. I tried to let him in. Hello, welcome in. I am currently working on a Pride bag from Bag a Day. And that is going. We're doing it. I've been working on this bag for quite a while. You've probably seen several titles entitled Japanese Not Bag for Pride or something like that. Yep, this is the same bag that I've been trying to work on for, you know, quite a while now. But uh, I'm gonna finish it one day. I promise. I'm trying to finish it before this weekend, which is Raleigh Pride, and I also still have to find my Pride costume because I would like to wear it if possible, but don't know where it is. So, yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, I made a big kind of train that was the trans pride flag, and covered it in tulle. And uh, and then rhinestone the hell out of it. So I the problem is that I have to hide it from my cat. Also, we moved since I've made it, so that made it harder to find. But my cat has this disorder called pica, where he obsessively, I guess compulsively is probably the better word for it, eats something that is not food, specifically something that is harmful for him in this case. And he eats tulle, and he also eats dryer sheets, and he eats really anything that's mesh. Okay, welcome back. I was just talking about my cat and how he will eat my pride costume if I let him at it. So I have to be very careful because he will swallow like yards and yards and yards and yards and yards and yards of food, of mesh like material that will close up his intestines, and he will die if we can't get him to a vet. Um, we've had one emergency surgery for him, and that was to remove a dryer sheet. So we had to become a dryer sheet free household, which my wife did not like. She was very unhappy about that. But I never grew up with dryer sheets. Like, I didn't even really know what they were. So it was kind of like this, like, thing where I was like, okay, like, whatever. Yeah. Um, yeah, he just can't help it. He compulsively will eat it. Yeah, I believe it's spelled PICA, and so I don't know where my pride costume is, but it would be really cool to bring it out because I've wanted to wear it for so long. Um, that it would be nice to be able to put all of that work and all of that time hand stoning and sewing and hiding from my cat, um, to be able to show it off a little bit. So um, here's to being able to find it in all of these boxes that are all around me that you can't see. Um, I have a ton of boxes around me, turns out, but you just can't see them because of how I strategically place the camera. So, Mel helped. Jelly, when I wanted to let you in, you didn't want to go in. Okay, I'm going to try to let him in again. Okay, we're going to switch. Oh, my lord. Jesus, take the wheel on this one. Okay. Hey, buddy. Hey, Stinky Boy. One of your, oh, it was a vitamin deficiency. Yeah, I've heard that for a lot of people that it can be a vitamin deficiency. Um, yeah, I don't know if that's the case with my cat. I just know that if he gets near certain types of materials, he cannot help himself. He has to eat it, and he will eat to a point where he will like die. So with yarn and dryer sheets, probably not. Yeah, so it's not so the dryer so yarn, luckily, I'm able to have all this yarn out because he doesn't bother with yarn at all. He's not even one of those cats that wants to have like a yarn ball that he like bats around, um, which is very good for me, so I can have my yarn out, and I don't have to have it all just, secretly boxed up and, watch it like a hawk when I'm not working on it, um, which means I can leave my projects all over the house. But uh, it's mesh like objects, like tulle and stuff like that, that he can't, and dryer sheets that he has a problem with. I think he just likes the texture. I don't get it, but no one asked me. No one asked if I got it. Okay. This yarn is stuck on this hook. Okay. There we go. See, what's interesting to me is that a lot of people complain about yarns like Caron Simply Soft and things like that that are that have like the different plies in them, and so they tend to separate when they're not spun as tightly. Um, but yarns like what I'm using now, um, the rainbow, like for me, getting my hook is getting caught up a lot in like the fuzzies of this yarn. And I find that I don't hear people complaining about that as much. I wonder if it's just like a price difference, and they're like, well, you expect your hook to get caught if you buy this like fuzzy yarn, or if it's just like I don't know. If I don't know what it is. Could be my husband's cat was fond of the sound of liquid hitting plastic. He was the sweetest asshole I've ever known. I hope that one day I get that compliment. Which yarn is it? So this is Rainbow by Ice Yarns. And maybe it's the hook I'm using. I don't know. But like I said, it's just like it gets caught quite a bit, or like I get like caught in some like little fuzzy of the yarn, and it doesn't glide and move as quickly as other yarn would. I believe Tony Lipsy of TL Wine, no, TL Yarn Crafts, or TLYC. Uh, I believe she calls them misfires, and I definitely feel like that's what I'm experiencing, like a misfire. I would find it frustrating. Yeah, um, it is a little frustrating. I think maybe that's part of the reason why I've been putting it down so much. But I mean, it's beautiful yarn, and it also, I mean, like, it's a beautiful yarn. I've worked this hard on it. I'm, probably a third of the way done with the body of the bag, which, like, isn't that much, to be honest, but I have quite a few of these. I think I have 8. This is number 1 of 8. So I have a lot of this yarn, so I need to use it somewhere. So why not here, right? Maybe I can make a hat out of this and it would be nice and breezy and airy. I watch her too. I'm falling in love with Tunisian crochet. I actually have hooks coming today. Ooh, hopefully they work well. That's so exciting. I've really been wanting to try Tunisian crochet, but the problem what what has stopped me? One is like how do I even like begin? Like do I get a set? Do I get like a nice set that has like interchangeable, you know, chords or what? I know she did a video on like the best affordable ones and best ones for the price and at different price points and stuff like that. So I know she's done videos like that, but I also think like what would I make with Tunisian crochet? And I don't really know what I would make. Like I don't there's not any projects that I've seen that I'm like, I have to make that. Oh yeah, and it's Tunisian crochet. You know? Um, I can understand it if you make more I don't wanna like discount something by calling it a more common item. But like because I make such like weird stuff, like I make like baseball hats and stuff like that, um, that I um, whatchamacallit, what was I gonna say? Hi, welcome in. But yeah, but I haven't seen anything that I've like. If you make like shawls and things like that, it makes sense that you'd want to do Tunisian crochet. But I'm like, what do I have to like make with it? Um, Other than like I don't even know. I don't even know what I can make. So if you could suggest some projects that would be, available, I'm totally willing to um, buy patterns and stuff like that, if I had the supplies, but I just don't know what I would make. I haven't seen anything that really. I have 3 sets, cheap ones, but the ones for today are double-ended bamboo hooks about 6 inches long. I got some really long ones first, but they are too long and unwieldy. Yeah, I bet. See, that's what I would have done. I would have gone with like a long set first, and then I would have been like, oh no, this is long. I like saw one thing where it was like, just get one hook, and um, then you can. And then I was like, what is the one hook that you get though? Like, I guess it depends on your pattern, but I just haven't found a pattern that really spoke to me. So, that's okay. So I am getting close to being done with this row. This row has gone from a violet, blue, purple, violet color to kind of a um, dark purple that's leading into gold. So it is really cool. It's um, purple, but it has this like golden sheen to it. It's really beautiful. I One of the things I love most about this yarn is the gold in it because it sets it apart from all the other rainbow yarn that I've worked with, which just go through traditional rainbow colors. But this is something different. And has this like gold aspect to it, which makes it really fun to use. Although sometimes the gold can read a little bit like bronzy brown, it's still really beautiful. Like close up, if you look at it, you're like, that's gold and it's beautiful. I just want to be done with you. What do you think? One more row and then we'll call it quits for today, or at least right now. As I really want to get this done, but the minute I sit on my couch, I'm done for. I just can't. I just don't want to like look at crochet half the time. Although I did finish my hat on my couch. It's really hard for me to multitask. Period. My wife always wants to watch TV and have TV on, so it's not like we can do something like super quiet, which I'm not complaining about. I'm just saying that we're not quiet house people, whatever that means. Send you an email with some Tunisian ideas. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. You're always doing such sweet stuff for me. Okay, and so I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to turn my work, and this will be my final row for a little bit. And so after I finish the body of the bag, I still have to make the handles. So the handles are going to be a little bit easier to make because it's just, I think it's just single crochet back and forth. I don't think it's anything like really extravagant for the handles. So, and one is shorter than the other. So you can put shorter and wider, so you can put the skinnier, taller one in through, my camera's doing weird things, put that through 2 single crochets for those. Okay, perfect, thank you. See, I haven't even watched the video in so long because it's been so long since I've been working on this, so. I just love that bag. I think it's so gorgeous. She did such a great job. She's so talented. There's so many talented people on YouTube and on Etsy and all this stuff. I'm just always in awe, you know, to kind of be in the same creative space as them is always humbling for sure. You know, you never get a big head when you got bag a day crochet, like, you know, doing the same thing as you. At least I don't. I mean, somebody might, but that's not me. It is, and she is amazing and fast. Yes, I don't know how she works on so many projects at the same time, gets stuff done, gets a project done out every day. I just don't know. And she edits her videos and like, you know, granted it's not the most edited, but she edits quite a bit and she like creates things. Um, so she's incredible. Yeah. Lots of impressive people on YouTube, but she's definitely up there. And she gardens and homeschools. Yep, it's crazy. It's like, how do you have time for this? And I can barely make one bag and keep up. One bag that she made in like an hour takes me a month to do. So now we're fully into the gold, and maybe you can see that. See how it looks kind of brown? It's definitely a very like bronzy gold, and it's like a brushed gold. It's so beautiful. I love getting to that color. The thing I like most about furls hooks is that when you have a double or a triple crochet and you're kind of turning your hook, it's just such a natural, like ergonomic feeling to turn your hook. Like when I'm like winding up my yarn, it's just like such a natural feeling. I love the feel of the um, ergonomic hook, and I think it's the use of a furls is best shown on a project like this where you have double and triple crochets, because you really get to feel that kind of like fluidity, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Frog this yarn 3 times. It's getting stretched. This is definitely its last time. Oh no. I like yarn furls. I have one. I have 2. No, I have 3. And that's not a brag. It's actually, so technically I have 4. Granny D gave me my first furls, so it's all her fault that I got addicted. Um, but I don't know where the one Granny D gave me is. Oops, sorry. And then I got a K online, and then I got 2 Pride ones. I think I've gotten like 1 a year since I've been crocheting. Nice. I would really like to see that. Please send me pictures. Oh, it's like a fuzzy little felty part. Oh, I don't like you. Stop it. I don't know how exactly to describe what it was. It was like instead of being tightly wound, it became unwound and just was like fuzz, was just like fibrous. And so it just was really hard to work with my little G plus hook. Okay, I won mine. Brenda the Newbie's birthday about a year ago. Hula Joe contributed to the prizes. Wow, that is so cool. I always enter giveaways and things like that. I didn't for a while because honestly, I was like, I don't have any room for yarn, and I felt like there were people who had more need or whatever for yarn. But now I'm in the position where it doesn't matter how much space I have. I want more yarn, and also I am short in the money department, so it would really be nice to be given free yarn right now. But I've never won anything um, on YouTube, really or otherwise. I don't think I've ever won anything in my life. I just don't have that kind of luck. So that's okay. Pair of earrings too. It's the only time I've ever won. I enter giveaways too. Yeah, I always win. So Dezola Designs does a lot of giveaways. I always enter. I never win. When Crystal does her giveaways, Bag a Day does her giveaways, I never win. It's okay. It's okay though. I'm not mad. Someone's got to win. A lot of people enter. I'm okay with that. So now the gold has turned into a yellow, kind of a golden yellow. I do Dezola Designs Bag a Day. That's about it. Yep, same here. You know who I think would be great at doing giveaways, but I think that she lives too far away to like really make it worth it for a lot of people is the Secret Yarnery. If she did giveaways with all her ice yarn that she has and the sample stuff she gets and stuff like that, that would be so cool. But I know she lives in Kenya, so it would be pretty far to ship to the US. And the US wouldn't be the only place that she could potentially send. Yeah, she's in Africa, I believe Kenya. But I love watching her ice yarn hauls. I can't help it. She just like, I mean, she seems like such a sweet lady, anyways. I've never done one of her lives or anything like that, but she seems so sweet, and she uses that yarn. Like she goes through it. I'm always impressed at like just how she must literally crochet all throughout the day, because that is a lot of yarn to go through. And it's impressive. I love the big balls of like they look like exercise balls covered in yarn. Hey Jolene, welcome in. We're talking about the Secret Yarnery, and just some other YouTubers that we like to watch and giveaways we've entered and stuff like that. So I've done a giveaway or two on my channel. Shipping is outrageous, and you will hear literally everyone talk about how much shipping is. But until you go to the store or the post office and you try to ship something and you realize that you spent more money on shipping than you did on the items in the box that you're shipping, you just can't. It's impossible to explain it. And it's just ridiculous, and I feel like it's just going up. Like it just continues to get worse and worse. So I don't know how the people who are doing giveaways do giveaways. It's crazy. I'm very thankful that they do those giveaways, but hi, welcome in. It's When I've done giveaways, I've been like hurt emotionally by how much I was like personally offended. It's like I got mugged. Um, so I'm glad you guys understand. Um, that's why I've wanted to do giveaways. I wanted to send stuff off. I wanted to, I've got yarn that I've bought that I thought I was going to use that I'm probably never going to use. And I've got this yarn and somebody would like it, but I literally can't send it off. I can't afford to send it off. So it's better just sitting here. And so, I don't know, like, I guess, it gives me the opportunity to eventually use it. Maybe one day I'll do uh, like a random drawing of yarn that I don't want to use or I like have no purpose using, and I'll just make something. Like I have faux fur. I went on this big kick where I wanted to like make a big blanket for my bed, and I wanted to have faux fur at the top, and I'm like, I wanted to have white fur, and I couldn't find any white. I went to this yard sale, and well, I guess it was more of a yarn sale than a yard sale, because so like this lady's mom had owned a yarn shop, um, and she had retired and was had closed down her shop, and so this lady was selling all of the yarn at like crazy discount prices, and I got some beautiful yarn. Let me show you some of the stuff I got. Come here, you little bitch. Where's my pretty yarn? I thought I had you. Oh, I know where I put it. So this is Baracco's Brio, and you can't see it because my lighting is doing a stitch marker and a bag of tea because they're emo. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I haven't talked to Dana in quite a while. I miss her so much. She's wonderful. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met. But there's like sparkles in it. I don't know if you can see that. This one has blue sparkles in it, and then this one has silver sparkles. You can see that at the top. It's gorgeous yarn. But she didn't have any white faux fur. Getting back to my story. She didn't have any white faux fur, but what she did have was a ton of fur that was this color. Like, what am I gonna do with this? Why did I think I needed this? And it's soft. It's very soft. This is so this is Plimo Foxy. It's 100% acrylic. Apparently, it's normally $27.99. And it's faux fur, and I have more of it. I bought it for like $1 a skein, and I have no use for it. Gift cards, that's a great idea. Yeah, so I've got all this yarn that like I bought at one point, or maybe I could do those wheels that people use to pick giveaway winners and stuff like that, or like ideas. Maybe I could do one of those wheels for different yarns that I don't really know what to do with, and I could just like, I'm picking this yarn, I have to do something with it. What am I going to do with it? That would be a fun challenge, wouldn't it? I love a good yarn challenge. Keeps me on my toes. Let me finish this thing. But yeah, I'm so bad about buying yarn that I'm not going to use, or I have yarn that I just like, I thought I was going to use at the time, and then I really didn't have a use for it. So maybe it would be fun to just, yeah, just go for it. I've got ribbon yarn that is like plastic. I don't know what to do with that. I've got fuzzy yarn. I've got sock weight yarn. I've got like huge self-striping cakes, and then I just like, oh, my shorts, they came out really well. The only thing is that I needed to, and still need to, add some belt loops. So I added 2 right here, but yeah, they came out really well. Thank you for asking. Um, it turned out that having because this is like 4 or 5 inches of stretchy uh, ribbed fabric, and it turns out that that stretched out quite a bit and made the pants so much looser than they needed to be. Like, they needed to be loose so they could get over this ass, but but they didn't need to be as loose as they became. And then I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So I tried a leather cord, because I've seen other people use leather cords. Those people don't have my body type. I'm just gonna put it out there. We have different body types, and that's fine. Um, but that leather cord fucking snapped on me. It was not having my body. um, so I was like, okay, let me put belt loops in. I'll wear an actual belt that I know works for me. It will be made of leather, and it will actually close, and that will be fine. So thank you for asking. Yeah, I still have 3 belt loops to sew on. Um, I was gonna do it on camera one day, and I was like, this is fucking boring. I was like, no one's gonna want to watch this. I don't even want to watch it. It's boring. So I just kind of turned off my camera, and that was that. But I need to sew those on before Pride. At least I have 2 on there now, but I would prefer to have the full 5. So I have 1 in the back, 1 on each side, and then 2 on either side of my belt buckle to hold up my pants. Um, I think that's how normal pants are, but I don't really know. I didn't check. I just assumed. Because I'm not really like a, plan, check kind of person. But I think the shorts turned out nice, though, don't you think? Oh, I also have this hat, which first looks crazy when you first put it on, but if you can get it right, it's a little baseball cap. So I made my own little baseball cap, which has the trans pride colors on it. And I learned a new stitch, and looks like a little bullseye on top. So I yep, I have that, and that was a fun learning experience. I definitely suggest. They came out better than I could do. No, I promise you, the shorts were so easy. Like, I was surprised at how easy they were to make. I basically just um, I'll tell you the exact steps if you want. If you don't want, I'm gonna tell you anyways, so whatever. So I wanted to make the waistband first, so I did double crochet back loop only, and then just made it fit my waist. Then on the bottom of that, so I sewed that together, so I had a waistband. And then once I had that, I did 2 single crochets in the bottom of each double crochet. on like the bottom so that I would not, because if I had just done one, it would be too small, but I did two and it was perfect width. And then I literally just crocheted in the round. And then once you get to the crotchal area, as I like to call it, it's really easy. You just split it in half, do a stitch marker, crochet to that stitch, do a, you have your stitch marker for your round, and you have a stitch marker on the other side. That's your opposite side. That's your other half. You crochet till you get to your stitch marker, and then you just start crocheting at the place where you started your round, and then you start crocheting a leg, and then you start with the other leg. It's super easy. If my instructions made absolutely no sense to you, I learned how to make those shorts, coincidentally from a baby pattern that Bag a Day posted. And so it is the herringbone, um, the herringbone overall baby pattern. I literally learned how to make shorts with that and just made pants. So it wasn't anything extravagant or fancy or anything. And it was just a half double crochet. I just picked up whatever stitch I wanted to. I thought half double crochet would have more coverage. And it has plenty of coverage. I don't have to worry about people seeing my panties at all. Which I know you guys were worried about, so it was surprisingly easy. And I did tell you exactly how I told you, you didn't have a choice whether or not I was going to tell you how I did it or not. Okay, so it has gone from a very dark purple / gold. Yeah, shorts for me were a really easy one, because with pants, typically, I guess it just depends on your body type, because for me, shorts were easy because I wanted like a board short style. So I wanted the width of the leg of the pant to be the width of my hips, or the widest point of my hips. And so it was really easy for me I didn't have to increase or decrease or any of that. I just straight down. It was so easy. But pants, you can't do that because your calves get a lot skinnier, and so you might look a little boxy doing that. Also, I can't imagine wearing crochet pants. Although I have queued up in my YouTube favorites, favorited videos, a pair of crochet sweatpants. How awesome would that be? Like, living the dream. Can you imagine some really soft fabric? Oh my gosh, can you think of bamboo? If you got enough bamboo, you'd have to get a lot. But if you got enough bamboo, those would be some soft, a bamboo cotton mix. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with my row, and like I said, I'm gonna sign off for today. But it was wonderful talking to you guys, and I really appreciate you joining me for this journey. Hopefully, one day we'll finish this bag, not too far in the future. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for your help, Ixie, on my Instagram name. I'm going to see if that's taken. I'm going to see if I can change my Etsy name. And I'm going to go swimming in a pool. All my hair color is probably going to bleed out, which I hope it does, because I'm tired of it bleeding out everywhere else. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.